So, the day after International Women's Day, my fucking roof blew off. And I was like, my husband's away. And he went away like 3 years ago, to work. And I don't know how to do anything. Grew up with a dad, 3 brothers who did everything. Lived in condos. They did everything. Moved in with a man. He did everything. So for all the talk about living wild and free, 3 years ago, I had to learn how to take care of myself. I was paying people for the first year, and then I was like, fuck that shit, I can do it. So I learned how to use a lawnmower. I did not learn how to reshingle a house. I had help for that. And today I am literally wearing my husband's clothes, plowing the driveway and doing back-breaking shoveling. And I kind of like, fuck this independent woman bullshit. It's nice that I can do it, but one thing that I've learned in the last 3 years is, damn, I don't want to.
See, now this is more evidence that women they don't want to do what men have to do. So, and they don't really want to be independent, but they'll keep telling you they want to be independent because they got too much pride on them to admit that they really don't want to be doing it, but they don't want to get called out for being wrong or for, they don't want to get called out for that. So they're going to tell you, hey, look, we want to be independent, but deep down, they really don't want to do the work that comes with being independent. And it's like this woman says she can do it, but she doesn't want to do it. So it doesn't matter. Of course, women can do the things that men do, but do you really want to? Is that really the life you want to live? Because there's so many more women that are just like this woman right here in this video. They are capable, technically, of doing what men can do, but they don't want to. But they don't want to drop their pride either and say that, hey, look, I was wrong. Let me do what I want to do now, which is be a regular woman.
If there's one thing I know about me, it's that I'm going to be absolutely certain that I don't need nobody for nothing, and I will prove that to you if you question that in any kind of way. However, it's been 10,000 miles since my last oil change. You know how many times my man has been like, I'm going to take your car and get an oil change, and I convince him that, like, no, do not disturb your life. I will take care of my own vehicle. I will go get the oil change. I promise I'm going to do it on my next day off. It ain't happening. I'm gonna blow this engine before I admit that I fucking need somebody. Jesus Christ.
This is literally a good example of what I was just talking about. This woman acknowledged that she basically had no clue about what to do with an oil change or anything like that. She had no clue. And then once she realized what it was, she had so much pride on her that she chose not to get the oil change, even though she knew that her car needed it. And just for the mere fact that her ex did that for her all the time, she said, well, it's a man, so just because he did it, I'm not going to do it. That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know how you can, I don't even know how you can let that register in your brain and say this is a good idea. You need to go get your oil changed. Like, this doesn't even, I don't even see how she turned it into an independence thing when it's just going to get your oil changed. Like, it's crazy.
Hello, ladies. I don't know about you, but being in your 40s and 50s and being on dating apps is not easy. And the older you get, the harder it is. So I get all the time, why are you single? You're beautiful, you're hot, you're sexy, you got banging curves. Are you sure you're single? Have you seen what's on these dating apps? I kid you not. Guys look weathered. So I don't know what it is. A guy will say he's 50 years old and he will look like he's 60 or 70 years old. Then it's unfortunate you get the nice guys who you have no attraction to. And it's unfortunate because they're the ones that, want what you want. And they try so hard to get your attention. Then you get the fuck boys and players, which I have no time for that shit. Then you get the guys who are cheating on their significant others and are married and will lie to you and say they're single. And then when they're caught, they will give you every excuse in the book as to why it was okay that they're cheating on their significant others. I don't agree with it. I don't believe in it. Shit or get off the pot. Then you get the young guys in their late 20s and early 30s who create older accounts to hook up with older women like myself and call us cougars. But honey, yes, I'm older, but I'm not a cougar because I'm not chasing you, you're chasing me. And if I had to call you a name, I would call you guys pumas. And let's face it, you want to hook up with older women because you think we're all just horny and want sex. Yeah, we're horny, and of course we love sex, but it doesn't mean we want you and your six-pack abs. Then you get the catfishers, who, for those of you who don't know what are catfishers, these are men and women who will go on social media and they will steal other people's
See,
pics
now this
and
woman,
con
she
you
just wanted
and
a reason to
deceive
talk
you
about
and
men
pretending
so
to be
bad that
person
she
when
went
in reality,
and made
they
an
look
entire
nothing
video on
like those
dating
pics
sites,
at all.
and all she did was criticize
Then
men.
you get
Like
the
women don't
guys
have a
who
part
will
to play in
send you
this
dick
too.
pics, and then
Like,
in return,
you can't, for one,
expect
just
you to
because
send naked
your
pics of
experience
yourself.
with a few
Girl,
men
do
have
not
turned
do
out
it.
bad
Do
doesn't
not
mean you
do
can
it.
generalize
Don't
the
be
whole
stupid and do not
man
do it.
population
And I will tell you
and
this,
just label
that
all of
the
us
pictures that they
as
send are not always the
scumbags,
pictures
bums,
of their,
leeches, however you want to do
they
it.
will steal
You
those
can't
pictures
label us
also
all
from
that way because
social
you had a
media,
few bad
pretending
experiences.
that that's
And
them.
then you're
So be smart about it. And
clearly
if you're smart, don't
past
send
your
any
prime.
naked
You're
pictures,
older.
okay?
And
So when
you
ask
might
me
look
why
good
I'm
for your
single, it's
age.
because I
Your
choose
body
to be
still might look,
single, and I
somewhat
know my
similar to your
worth.
prime. But
I'm
in the
independent,
end, this
have my
is
own
just
home,
that wall was waiting
care
for
of
you,
myself.
and you're
So
finding
I will
a.
be
You
single
made a
until
whole
I
video
find the right
on
man
men
for me.
because you're
It won't settle
not
for
having a
anything
good life
less.
as far as men are concerned. You don't seem to have a husband. Talking about dating sites and all that, you don't seem to have a husband, and you're just kind of winging it. As far as men go, you're just winging it, and it hasn't gone well. And now you're making a video, doing what so many other women do, and just talking mess about men who. They're okay. Some of them are bad, but what are you gonna do? Not everyone is that. Not all men are that bad. But I don't know. So because your life is going bad, now we all have to hear your mouth about it. It just doesn't make no sense.